There we go. Okay, is that better?
Welcome
Or you
to
look
another
crazy like that?
episode of where we're starting. It's so ghetto. Welcome to another episode of Grown Women Conversation with me, Sister JJ, and the Queens. So all the way in Alabama,
Hey,
Miss B,
hey,
B for
y'all.
real. All the way in some part of Georgia, we got Deb Denor.
Hey,
You gotta
hey.
speak. There we go. See, she on that modern stuff. All she gotta do is walk.
This right
You
here.
gotta open up your mouth so we can hear you, Queen.
Hey, y'all. Happy to be here.
And beside me is my ride and live,
Hey, girls. Hey.
Hey, girl.
KK.
Hey.
And I, of course, am Sister JJ, guys. Hey, I wanted to do a podcast that women from different mindsets, we all have opinions and we all have conversation and we talk about everything: money, health. We talk about what's going on in the world. We talk about boys. Well, my sister say men's relationships, children. We have
Yes.
conversations because grown women do have a voice, and we, unlike some men, think we don't complain.
Right.
We just talk about things we don't like.
We have
So,
a conversation.
a conversation. So, ladies, what are we going to conversate today? Because I know Miss B says she had a lot she want to talk about. KK, we are not going to forget the health because she don't play about that. Miss Deb Denor, talk to us about what you're going to be talking about, and of course, I got a couple of things I want to talk about too. So let's start with Miss B. Miss B, Miss B, Miss B. What you got on your mind, girl?
Oh my goodness, I have a lot going on in my mind right now, but the thing that's popping up for me right now, what's kind of bothering me is that I was on the internet and there's another young black man that went out on another trip and did not come back. He went on a camping trip. But the thing of it is, though, the information that they gave, I don't know if was his friends Caucasian, were they black? All it said was that he went on a camping trip, and while he was on the trip, he called 911 because he said he didn't feel safe, and he didn't return home. He was a 28-year-old man. Well, I can't remember what. Yeah, so I'm just like bummed out because I'm tired of seeing this, and it just seems like it's happening more and more and more lately. And it's just, you know, it's kind of, I don't know these people, but I have a son, and my son drives trucks, and he, was driving state to state. So he drove to like southern states and stuff, and it could happen to him. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know. It's just bummed out. I'm just really bummed out behind it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I hate reading stuff. I didn't even want to read it when I seen the caption. I was just like, do I want to read it? I tried to pass it up, but then I scrolled back down to it and I read it, and I just shook my head. Like, I'm just so tired of this. Like, it's just enough is enough already.
Yeah, I totally agree. How do you
Mm.
feel about that, Dad?
I have sons as well, and it does scare me every day knowing that they're not really safe in this world anymore. We
Mhm.
had bad before, but now it's just seeming like anything is accepted and it'll happen, and an excuse will make them look bad so everybody else looks good. It brings out an emotion that a lot of us really don't want to deal with right now,
Yeah.
because you're already struggling. Well, some people are struggling financially, mentally, and to have things like this happen, it seems like it's a setback every time for us. It's like we can't walk 10 steps to be pulling back 11.
Mm-hmm.
So it's real disheartening, and knowing that, my kids are out there, and it's not just my boys. I mean, I have a grandson, I have friends that have sons. So it's
Mm-hmm.
all in the line of, yes, we are trying to teach them better, to respect, their elders and things like that. But then it comes down to like, boom, and these things kind of happen. How can you stop it?
Yeah.
You don't want to tell them who to be friends with. You don't want to run that side of their life because they'll never love you the right way and they'll resent you even more. But it's hard. Like, you want to just put them under your wing and keep them there, but you can't. And this type of climate, it's so hard to just, you know, think you're going to be all right, but you just got to be constantly praying. It's like a constant in a state of, oh my God, kind of thing. But it's super sad, and I just pray super hard for my kids. Just make right decisions every day,
Yeah.
because I want them to come home every day. I want to hear from them. I want to make sure they're okay.
Mhm.
So just kind of, reaching out to them, just telling them, yo, please be safe all the time.
Yeah.
And what you got to say about this, KK?
I have two positions on it. The first is it. I don't know if that was Miss B who said you didn't want to read it. It is exhausting.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but some of the other things that are hitting the headlines with a lot of the other young men that have been victimized, I can't continue to watch it because it's very, very overwhelming. It's
Yes.
fatiguing. But I also look at it like this, and I don't know, there was a period of time when we didn't hear anything about um, these crimes happening to young men. And now all of a sudden, there's one after the other. We heard about now whether they're not advertising or televising it and reporting it. There was a young man with the Asian convenience store. Then it was the young man in Texas with the well, he wasn't victimized, but I mean, it's like almost like he's being railroaded. And then the young
Right.
man, well, the Texas guy with the the track meet and all that kind of stuff.
Come up,
Right.
Yeah,
Carmelo.
Carmelo Anthony, and then this Nolan guy with the boating, and now another one. I just kind of think also, is this like one of those things where not to undermine what has happened to the young men, but are we being overwhelmed and inundated with so much stuff to keep us emotionally driven while something else is happening that we're not paying attention to? And not to say we shouldn't pay attention to this,
Right.
but can we do more than one thing at a time? Because things like that happens all the time. Look over there, while I'm over here. I'm doing laws. I'm doing all kinds of things to undermine your community. We have to just be very vigilant and pay attention. And I know it evokes an emotional response, but what are we going to do about it?
Yeah. Excellent points. Grown women conversation. I too have male children, um, and it's just disheartening to hear that young men that look like us are constantly being unalived by people who don't look like us. It's already overwhelming when we have to deal with it within our own community.
Right.
Uh, I'm, my thoughts is if you want us to get past the get move forward from the past, stop having repeated behavior.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. That's
They want to
good.
take books out of schools to talk about history. If you want to erase history, stop reliving history. And this is the reason why history is so important for us to be reminded of the behaviors of people, because the behaviors of people affect us now. And to have things like this happen so frequently
Mm-hmm.
in the same type of things. And yes, we right now it has not been reported uh, whom the young man went camping with. However, the news is very manipulative and very cunning
Right.
and,
One
and
sided,
deceit
too.
one-sided. So it stands to reason that this thing just happened to this other young man and now this young man. It stands to reason when we're talking about camping and things of that nature, what it could possibly be. I feel like we need to stop being the only one in the damn group.
Mm. Mm.
You know, I when Miss B brought it to my attention, I said, that's why when my son went did the Boy Scout and I was down with all kinds of stuff, they said, we're gonna go camp. I said, oh, he won't be doing
Right.
that.
Right.
And he was like, well, you can come too. I don't know about camping. Won't do that either. No, we're not doing that. He won't get that badge. And Miss B said, well, when my baby girl went, I was very, very concerned. I was nervous. I was afraid. But my husband spoke to me and convinced me to let her go. I still was quiet. But in that same breath, she said, however, there were a lot more people that looked like her there. I said, bingo, that makes a difference.
Mm.
It makes a big difference. So, what do? We continue to look, we continue to pay attention. We look both ways because I always say that as well, sister. Why do you got me looking so much to the left? What the heck are you doing
Oh, that's right.
on the right side? So it is overwhelming, but it's the reality of what we're living in. And I believe it was UKK. What are we going to do about it? We need to talk about it. We need see the problem that I have is they have reformation for the Indians, reformation for the Chinese or the Japanese. They have reparation for even the slave, what do you call it? Sharecroppers. Yeah, white sharecroppers. They even have reparation for them, but you don't have reparation for us.
Interesting.
Why is that? It's time for us to stop being their whipping boy, stop being their punching bag. And we have to stand up and we got to fight. I'm not speaking violently, but we need to get our behinds up in those daggone to the White House and get to those people that have the power to say enough is enough. And if that means we got to be entitled endangered species, then hell, do what they got to do. Because I think it's a damn shame that a dog got more daggone human
right.
rights than what we have as
That's right.
people,
That
black
part.
people.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know, so we do
I
continue.
agree.
Yeah, we do continue to talk about it. We get into those positions that would enable us to do something about it. We're more than just hairstylists. We're more than just nail techs. We're more than just trash can carriers, trash bag. We're more than just CNAs. We're more than just housekeepers. We're more than that. We are lawmakers. We're judges. We're lawyers. We're doctors. We're police officers. We're community
Engineers.
Mm.
engineers. We're more than that. We're more than just a good time. We're more, although we are into entertainment, the three of us, we're more than just entertainers. We don't just dance to make you happy. But when you
Absolutely.
get the taste of blood in your mouth,
Mm.
go shoot. I mean, I'm not gonna say go shoot the deer, but go shoot a deer. The heck you want to shoot? Why you want to harm us? So it is definitely
Because
disheartening.
they consider us the deer. They
Right.
don't consider us human.
Yeah.
Right. And we don't have any
No.
feelings and we don't feel
Mm-hmm.
pain, things like that. It's crazy that we even live in a world that people mindset is like that because
Yeah.
we all bleed. Ain't none of us gonna get cut and not bleed. If you
Yeah.
are, heck, I mean, then that should be something different. That's alien stuff we're talking about. Stuff that we have no idea about. But we're all the same. And we still
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I'm saying in a general sense because it doesn't make sense that we are fighting against each other so bad and we're the same people. The same things.
Yeah.
If the sun blow up now, all of us getting blown up,
Yeah.
it's just incredible to me and sometimes I can't even fathom why it's even a thing, but
Yeah.
I get it, but it doesn't make sense in
Yeah.
life in itself because we're all human beings.
Because how can
And
you
it's
say that you love a God that you've never seen, yet you can't even love the brethren that you see every day simply because they may not look like you? God is a spirit, so he looks like all of us.
Well, the other thing to that is who's to say they love God?
Girl, you better.
That's
mhm.
true. That's true.
Well,
So that
I
being
don't know if y'all seen this white pastor that was on. the social media as well, where he said that the United States has never been a Christian nation,
Yeah.
and he broke it down. Did you see it? You saw it, KK?
So
There was some, huh?
I saw a snippet of it.
Yeah, and he's a white man,
So
and
they
he said
use
that.
Christian principles. The slave master used Christian principles to benefit them. That's the reason why they didn't want us to read. The word
Mhm,
says study to show thyself approved. So when you read
mhm.
the word, then you're like, wait a minute, this don't correlate with what you're doing. It doesn't line up with your actions. So they didn't
Right.
want us to, because when a man reads, he becomes knowledgeable. Knowledge gives
Mhm.
you power. And
That's
so,
right.
but when you keep him in prison, then you can rule him. So they use a lot of people are they're angry with the Bible. It's like, don't be angry with the Bible, be angry with the person who interpreted the Bible. So you
Mhm.
go read the Bible yourself so that you can
There you
interpret it,
go.
that you won't be consistently in the slave mindset. So that's
Mhm.
what I had to do when I came to God, by way of Christ. I was listening to the preacher, but then my common sense and my spirit man was like, this ain't all of me, right? I'm like, let me read this word for myself. Because then I had to get the word, because all that thou art and all that stuff, I was like, you about to lose me. So I
Mhm.
was like, let me get a Bible that I can understand.
Mhm.
And when I started breaking this thing down and understanding, then of course the Lord giving me revelation. I'm like, what you're saying don't correlate with what this word is saying.
Mhm.
So that's what we have to do. We have to read for ourselves. I think KK, you was going to say something.
I was going to mention, maybe I won't. No, let's move on.
Okay, so we're gonna move forward before we get so deep, because we already 15 minutes into this thing, guys. This grown women conversation with Sister JJ and the Queens. Tag that. So talk about health, KK. Let's talk
Well,
about health.
since we were kind of here, I wanted to throw this at y'all real quick. Did y'all see where Lindsey Graham has passed away? The
Yes,
senator from South Carolina.
yes.
Right.
He famously yelled out during one of President Obama's
Mhm.
addresses,
Yep.
"You a liar."
Yeah, I know who he is. I didn't know he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He won't be yelling
July, I believe
anymore.
July the 11th, he expired.
Mm.
So
It was
he's
on a Saturday.
yep. So he's, and I think we mentioned this maybe a couple podcasts, or maybe last week. Eras are being coming to an end. If I'm not mistaken, they're saying Mitch McConnell also.
He is what you hear all kinds of stories. He's brain dead. They're like, no, he's okay. And then they say he's cloned. And
I really feel like that's a real cover up right there. He's more incapacitated than they're actually saying, because you won't be so ambiguous of all this time.
Right.
So let's they trying to set up something, and we gotta
yeah,
gotta pay attention to that.
gotta pay attention. You have to pay attention.
So I wanted to mention that because, like we had mentioned before, there is a shift where eras of people and ways of things have been done that are coming to an end. And I just thought that, not haha funny, but that's kind of where we
Interesting.
are. Exactly,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, let's move on to health. And it's I like to say give little tips, things that are attainable. The main thing that I love to mention to everyone is go get your annual exam. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening, it is imperative that we get our annual exams and get your lab work drawn. You definitely want to know what your numbers look like. So you know, okay, well, I need to make these changes. And when I get my numbers checked next time, you will see a difference if what you're doing is working. For example, we can start with what we eat and what we drink, right? When we were growing up, what did our parents always say? Eat your vegetables, eat your greens. That is important, you all. It is important for the fiber that we need to help keep things moving from here, this end, all the way through the other end. We need that, and we definitely need
Well,
water
most
to
people
keep
talk
us
out of.
right. And we need the water to keep us hydrated to also help things move through our system and flush us out. A lot of the sugars that we eat, sugar is in everything, pies and cookies and cakes and everything. There are good sugars and bad sugars. I'm not going to go through that, but you can look that up. Your good sugars are going to be your fruit, the things that God put on this earth for us to have. Those fruits we should be eating. Lay off of a lot of the starches and macaroni and cheese. And y'all know how we like it, potatoes and mashed potatoes and loaded potatoes and potatoes with onions and potatoes and gravy and all kinds of things that are starchy that will convert into sugar in your body, which will also cause other ailments, dis-ease in your bodies. Let's start there. Let's start with us. What can we do? Walk. Walking is exercise. Your body tends to like walking more than it likes running. Go out to a track, even if you can't go to a track. Walk your neighborhood if it's safe. If you can't walk your neighborhood, walk your home. Walk your home, do laps in your home. Get moving. We need to get the blood circulating. We need to move the joints. We need to move. Just because we're getting older does not mean we have to get old. Okay?
I'm gonna ring the bell on that one.
Ring that bell.
Just because we get older
Yeah, we
doesn't
don't have
mean
to
we
get
have to be old.
So do your body a favor and take care of it. Move it around, eat and drink adequate fluid, fruits, and things that are going to give you energy and health. That is my health tip for this week.
And that was a great health tip. And I'm glad that for the most part I live by it, except for today, I'm gonna eat that purple sweet potato pie. I'm really not a big sweet eater
at all.
but that purple sweet potato pie is in this house.
It's gotta go.
It's
And it's
go.
good.
It's gonna go through here and come out there, and then I'm gonna chase it with the water so it can flow all over the
Walk the house.
Then I'm gonna
burn
walk
the
the house
calories
because I
off.
live upstairs, so I'm gonna walk upstairs, up and down the stairs.
Oh my
I get the
gosh.
calories off of me. Then I do my my exercise. So that's a good tip. A lot of people we do.
Mhm.
We say we exercise, but we exercise at it. And I was just talking to my sister maybe an hour or two ago, and I was stating that I want to do. I said a 7-day challenge with the queens, and I said, "Nah, I'm just do 30." Because the reason I said 30 because the spirit told me 30, but I was like, "I don't really want to do 30." And I got to be obedient, so I will be posing that to everyone. I just got to figure out how I want to do it in reference to checking in and logging in and stuff like that. With the queens that want to join me on that a 30-day challenge. My sister and I actually have a blueprint workout, and so I definitely want to talk with her about how we should implement that and things of that nature for our queens. I do well when I'm helping others,
and it's good to have accountability partners. We've done things like that. My sister, our older sister, and we would be so guilty. We would confess our sins.
Yes.
Eating to each other.
She was like, "Girl, well, let me tell you what I did." So here's a funny. So was it last? Yeah, it was last year because Daddy was here, and so and we were on the phone with Daddy. So I wanted salmon from, I'm not gonna say the restaurant, but when I say it, y'all will know who. And they had like blackened salmon, and they had the garlic
garlic butter,
right? And they had the rice, and I got that. And I think at that time I still was eating broccoli,
right?
And so the garlic butter on it, and then they have the long log roll. And so it's a carry-out one, right? And so I'll tell you guys after this, but I'm not promoting them. And so when I got it, the bread was right there. I used to love bread. So I bit the bread, chewed it, and I spit it out.
Oh, shit.
I didn't swallow. I
She
did
did
not
not.
swallow.
Almost like I smoked, but I didn't
Oh my
inhale.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Right. I didn't inhale.
I got the taste of it in my mouth and then I spit it out. I was like, so she was saying something. I said, look, confession time.
Yeah.
So when I told her that, man,
I bawled laughing. Like, what? Why didn't I think of that?
so I was like, I did that a couple of times and then he go to flesh, just swallow one time. I said, that's it. That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it. So yeah, we have to take care of our health. We have to take care of our health. We are all diamond women on this podcast. We're all diamond women. My sister and I, we have a thing called Diamond Girls. And we are all diamonds right now. We haven't reached golden yet.
Right.
You know, our mom is golden. We're still diamonds. And so we need to keep our beautiful bodies in shape and our health in shape so that we can stay a diamond for as long as we can. You know, and when we get into the gold segment, we still look like diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
That
right.
part, now clock that T.
It's
Well, I
fingers,
know
right?
one thing. I know one thing. While KK was saying all that food, my stomach started growling. I was just like,
Hey, you
I'm
know
sitting here
what?
looking like, oh, and the exercising. I don't walk up and sit. My exercise is fork to plate. Yeah, this hard getting to work out. My dog getting to work out. Everything she mentioned, I was like, ooh. I was like, shoot, I want to hurry up and get off of this podcast. I want to go downstairs and make me a baked potato now. Everything KK was talking about, it went over here when she started. She listed everything I like to eat, all my
Right.
weaknesses, and I'm just like, ooh, my stomach was like,
Exactly.
Oh,
Man.
oh my gosh. All right, guys, moving on, moving on. So there are talk that Diddy could be coming home soon.
What?
Yes, early as August.
Mm.
But
Yes.
what was he charged with, y'all? I don't even remember. It's gotten
Well,
so convoluted.
he got convicted of
The Man
pimp.
Act.
Yeah, some
trafficking,
bullshit.
I think.
No,
No,
the
he didn't
man
get convicted
the
of
Man
trafficking.
Act. So
Yeah,
it's
Man, I-
basically getting I don't know if to say
yeah,
that
yeah,
over state
right.
lines, bringing, you
Prosecution
know, yeah, yeah.
over state
So,
lines. He did not that other he mm-mm. Yeah, so
mm.
he's due to be coming home soon. That's what they say.
so I really think that because they went after him for the wrong thing, so that's why they ended up trying to just scramble and get that on him. I'm sure he's done other stuff, as other people has said, but they didn't get him on any of that. They just try to, okay, we're just sticking with that because now we can't bury him in jail. So that's
Right.
basically why now, and they can't really put anything else together on him to keep him in there.
I just hope that when he comes home that his character changes.
Hmm.
That's
That's
big.
what I'm hoping, that his character
Hmm.
changes.
Yeah.
Based
Hmm.
on what people have said. I've never met the man, I've never been in his presence, anything
Right.
like that. But based on what many witnesses have said about his character, is not good. Basically, what we saw with our own eyes is not good. So I'm just hoping that his character and whatever inner demons he's facing, that he's dealing
Yeah.
with, that he deal with that to get healed. Because when the mind is healed and the soul is healed, then you can move forward. But if you're
That's right.
not healed, then you will uh, regress back to old behaviors. And
Right.
it'll be, and what unfortunately may happen is that he do something that may not be as detrimental of what he did before. However, like the OJ got all that time. I was like, you guys, they gave him the time for the wife. He didn't get the time for what the crime was. That was really the wife crime. So got to be mindful, because once you get out, that's your second chance. And you have to just heal inside. You have to heal inside in order for you to actually be able to move forward in a positive manner. You can't fake healing, um,
That's right.
because it eventually show.
So he's been locked up for almost 2 years now.
I guess.
That's what it's saying. That's what the Google say.
Mhm.
September
What the
24.
Google say.
September 24.
Yeah, what is
Okay, so what did R. Kelly get locked up for then? If they let him out, they should let R. Kelly out. Because ain't it for the same thing or no?
Mm-mm.
What he get
No.
R.
locked?
Kelly didn't get
They-
locked up for like she said, for the P word and bringing it
Okay.
across. He got locked up. Actually, got locked up for what was it, like trafficking or kidnap or something?
Or was he sleeping with, kidnapping and
Underage.
Kids
underage?
or
Okay.
Mhm.
stuff. I mean, as
Mhm.
underage kids. Listen to us. Underage women. Something I don't remember his actual crime. KK is looking it up.
Okay.
um, and that brings me to that with relationships, because the way I feel about when we talk about the R. Kelly situation, the way I feel about that is, then the parents should have got served some type of time as well, because they the ones that sent them over there, as far as I know.
Mhm.
As far as what was told, again, I wasn't there, I wasn't in the relationship, but based on what had been reported, and we know that
Mhm.
sometimes reports aren't always accurate. So what I'm going to say is based on if it's accurate. If what we were told had any type of accuracy to it, then the parents should serve some type of time as well.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
share
I agree
responsibility.
with
So
you.
he was sentenced for a combined total of over 30 years in federal prison for racketeering, uh, sex trafficking, forced labor, and child
Yeah.
pornography.
Mhm.
So that's what he was charged with.
Well, I can believe that because they like to do videos and stuff. A lot of people like to take their sexual oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't say that their actual I don't know their S activities and then look at it. But if that's what your thing is with you and your spouse, then that's your thing with you and your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna knock people for doing what two
Yeah, they
consenting
might like
adults,
videos of
you know.
themselves, but keep that in the privacy of your own home.
Mhm.
When you start talking about children,
Yeah,
underage people.
underage people, then
I'm
that's the
side
issue.
eyeing you now. I'm not just
Because
side eyeing
17
you.
is underage.
It is.
18, although they're still young, they are considered legal. But when you start talking about 17 and 16 and 15, that's the
Yeah.
issue. That's
Yeah.
it. I still got an issue when they're 18, but you don't got too much leg to stand on because
No.
they're adults.
No.
But they're young adults, naive adults, but they're still adults.
Right.
But when you
Yeah.
start talking about that, then that's a concern for me. In other news, no.
Moving on.
Moving on. I do want to talk about relationships. Uh, Several types of relationships. But before I do talk about relationships, I do want to talk about finance. I want to do that first.
Okay.
All right. So, everyone, first of all, I am not a financial advisor, but I do love talking about money, because the more I talk about money, the more I learn about money. But I will say this. We are invited to the table. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not invited to the table. Nobody talks to me. No, black people don't get a chance." Well, we do. You got to start looking in the right black direction. Okay. Shout out to Ice Cube. He has a company that's about to go public. Now, I was saying this to a black man, right? And he looked at me like this, like he knew nothing of what I meant when I said public. So there's no way that I can date you, because you didn't even understand like that. What?
Right.
And so when I realized that he had no clue of what I was talking about, not so much about Ice Cube, but going public, his company is going
Yeah.
public. He had no comprehension of what I was saying. And so I took that opportunity to educate him without belittling him, because I don't believe in belittling people.
Yeah.
Now, if what I say to you make you feel belittled, that's on you. But I'm not going to intentionally belittle you. And so I had to educate him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm saying, guys, is that you have an opportunity to make a decision with your money that will benefit your future. So look into that. The symbol is TONT. And you know this is destined for me because you know I always be like, sister, what's that symbol? What's that symbol?
You know
It's TONT. And the company that he's merging with is that one is GRRPT. I can't remember. GRRT. My sister's going to look it up to confirm it. Right now, their stocks are like $11 and some change. And when you invest in that stock, then and you buy shares in that stock, when they merge, then that share becomes TONT shares. So you don't have to worry about buying. So I feel like for me, it's a great opportunity to look into that. No, you may not have $100,000 to invest or $50,000 or even $100, but you got $11 and some change. So get on one of these platforms and make your decision. Now, I'm not going to tell you to get on there, but look into one of these platforms and make your decision on what you want to do. And the company is the big three. Basketball. I'm gonna get me one of those teams. I'm gonna be owner of one of the big threes. I am. I thought it was gonna be NBA, but I'm like, nah, y'all can have that. I'm gonna go with the black man. So I'm gonna have me a basketball team on the big three. Y'all mark my words. I'm saying it right here on July 13th, 2000.
I wonder how much it costs to get a team.
Well, before when I looked into it, it was like 10 stacks. I don't know how much it is now, but that's when he started. When he first started, it was like 10 stacks. But you know, you have to continue to keep going. Yeah.
So the big three, they are merging with a SPAC, a special acquisition company called Graph Global Corporation.
And what's
their ticker symbol is GRAF.
Okay, I missed it. GARF. Like craft, but graph.
GRAF.
GRAF. GRAF. I was all over the board. So yeah, all I'm saying is look into it. I can't tell you what to do with your money, but since people are so concerned about what I do with mine, this is some things that you could possibly do with yours.
What?
And graph the ticker. Get it out.
Okay, wait. We can't even pass that. We really can't even pass that.
I'm trying to stick by it. I'm trying to stick by it.
No. Wait. How?
Graph, the company GRAF, their stock is $10.80 a share.
Hey man, think about that. Think about that. You get 5 shares with like a little over $100. No, right? No, 10 shares with a little over $100. So that's all I'm saying to you all. That invest in your future. You know, invest in your future, because your future you will be so appreciative about the decision that your current you is making. That's all I'm saying. You know. So we're gonna move on.
Moving
on. You know. I love God's people.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
I love God's people. So, men, relationships, ladies, and my queens may be a little upset with me about this question, but I want to know at what point do you think a man should leave when a woman is irate? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because I looked at the video. I heard about it. I'm not going to say we all, but a lot of us heard about what's going on here in Atlanta. One of our own icons, Tigger, or as a young man said, Mr. Tigger.
Mr. Tigger.
Give her now. And so, I mean, he didn't even have the bass yet. He strained his little voice. Based on what has been shown in the media and on in the social media, Tigger's wife has accused him of things that have seemingly become untrue. Have tried to take his phone when they got into a phone tussle. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about that phone tussle. And the video showing him not being abusive to her at all. Yet
Mm.
she claimed abuse. And so my question would be to my queens, at what point should a man leave? At what point should a man leave when the woman is the aggressor, when the woman is the irate, when the woman is the one that is the insane one, when she is the animal acting one, when she is the one that's out of character, or maybe it is her character. What point should a man leave the relationship?
Mm.
Completely leave, as in quit that person and walk away, or
Like,
just walk away from the situation at that moment.
walk away from the situation, walk away from the woman. How many times? So let me throw this in here. How many times have we had our home girls, our aunties, our some mothers, our sisters, our cousins be in a relationship? We say that's abusive, whether
Mhm.
physical or mentally or financially. And we say, leave him.
Right. Mm.
Girl, you need to pack your stuff and you need to go. You need to get, girl, you come stay with me. You
Right.
gotta leave him. But the tables turn. And I say this because most of us women here, I can speak for myself. I have been in, unfortunately, a few abusive relationships, mental and physical. And I was not that one. Well, there was one that, I did act up, and that boy got that man got the hell away from me. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so, uh, so now it's the tables are turned. The man is not the abuser; it's the woman.
Well, for me, because I have sons as well, when she starts displaying toxic behavior, same thing I would tell a woman, that is when you need to pack your things and go. Because most men will get the short end of the stick when it comes to that. The woman, all she has to do is cry and say he did something to her, and he's going to jail and he's going to be locked up and he'll lose everything he has. A toxic woman, a toxic person is dangerous. Get away from them immediately when you see the behavior. Don't wait for 3 red flags, because you might not get 3 opportunities.
Mm.
Mhm.
First red
You're so
flag.
right. You're so right.
Immediately.
Learn that
Mhm.
from experience.
Miss B, no, hold on, cause Miss
So,
B gonna come off the chair. Nope, nope. I'm gonna go to
Give her
Dad first.
last.
Get her last. Get her last. Dad.
So unfortunately, I too have been in abusive relationships, and knowing when to walk away, it is blurred at times, because you love this person at this time, and sometimes you're like, okay, my love will supersede their actions if you show them enough love. That's a block thinking, I would say, because you're only seeing it through one set of eyes, and everybody else around you is seeing all these things that are happening to you, and you're going crying to somebody, and then it gets to the point where you can't go cry to them anymore, because it's happening all over again, because you're still in it.
yeah.
um to try to have that power, you have to kind of take the other variables out of the situation: kids, love, and you have to put your life as the main thing, because people can get beyond themselves when they're in a hurt state. So it's like a mixture of feelings and everything. At the time a man or woman should leave a relationship is when they feel unsafe, when they
Yeah.
feel like it's never going to stop, regardless of the apologies, and you see it again, apologies, and once you see that, that's where you have to cut that rope and just say, hey, it's not going to get any better. We've tried. If you're married, it does take steps, of course. You want to go through counseling, you want to see what the issue is that is even bringing them to that heightness of, I'm going to put my hands on you. It should never get that far. But if you feel in yourself that you are going to be harmed by this person, man or woman, if they're going to harm you, you should walk away.
I,
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah. People don't ultimately, they don't change. Adult people, for the most part, I don't think they change unless there is a complete I can't think of the word that I want, that you have completely decided that you're going to reinvent yourself totally. But ultimately, I think the character of a person doesn't change unless they have gone and done the work to make that happen. And I say that because while I was married, I saw and I heard things, the audio and the visual didn't match. You would
Yeah.
say, you would, the words would be, I'm doing this, I'm changed, not, I won't do this again. But then 2 months later, 6 months later, we're back at the same point again.
Yeah.
If you don't do the work, I feel like ultimately the person does not change.
Right.
There's a
Mm,
cover for a moment, but then it's back to who and what I was.
Yep.
mm.
And
Back to who
sometimes you
they
have to
are.
think too, these people are, they're intoxicated with something. May it be drugs, may it be alcohol. That's the kind of help to kind of like get them, realizing, yo, you're about to lose your family, you're about to lose me, you're about to use it, everybody. So
But what
they
about
have
that
this
person
really.
that's not, but what about that person that's not intoxicated with any drinks or cigarettes or marijuana? I said cigarettes, marijuana, anything, any type of drugs. What about that person? So I want to hear from Miss B because our time is drawing near. So I do want to hear from Miss B before we just go back and forth.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna go back to like what KK was saying. She was saying, first flag. First flag, that's when you need to go, whether it's male or female. Because I know that women tend, like me myself, I don't let a lot of things slide that I shouldn't have. And I've been in an abusive relationship before as well, younger. But the first time he put his hands on me, I did leave. So there's certain things that I will immediately leave. Like my first husband, he cheated on me. I left immediately, and we have four small kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things that I just won't tolerate. But then there's some things that I will, which I still shouldn't. And we do this because we want to show, hey, we're different. We're not like the rest. We're
Right.
ride or dies, and
Yes.
I'm hoping that the love, my unconditional love that I
Yes.
give you, you will see that it's real and that I'm really here for you. I'm giving you unconditional love, but all you're giving me is scars, you
Yes.
know. So that when you recognize that, that's when it's time to go. Now, back to Tigger's and his wife's situation. I really didn't see her being abusive. I seen her being over dramatic, and I seen her overreacting. She
Mhm.
did take his phone like most women do when they suspect or expecting their significant other to be doing something. And no, Tigger wasn't being abusive. He was trying to retrieve his phone. So I think that what was he doing to make her feel that way? And if she's in her situation, if she got to go through all that, she should have left to begin with.
I want to
Right.
pause
you
right
know
there because that's a good point. That
Right.
not a good point, but that's a point right there. And I know my queens are going to be upset with me, but I'm on the side of what's right with anyone. So you
Mhm.
said something that I find a lot of people say when it comes to women that are irate at a man. What did he do to her
Yeah.
to make her act like that? That's not always the fact. That's not always the case.
She crazy.
That's
Okay.
not.
Yeah, but he made her crazy. Now I'm gonna stand on that because what did she do? She just
Not
took his
necessarily.
phone.
Not
Well,
All she
necessarily.
what did y'all see her do? All she did
let's
was
go
take a
back.
phone and
Let's
try to
go
hold
back.
on to it.
Let's go back. We're not just talking about the phone. That's just what was recorded. Okay. But we're talking about relationship in general. Now, there have been reports of this woman in previous relationships that she was irate and that she
Mhm.
was abusive. Her behavior was
Yep.
toxic. So
Yep.
we don't, and that's the thing that I want us queens to understand is
Mhm.
that it's not always the man. I'm on both sides because I've had the man that was abusive to me. would try to whip my tail, and I didn't realize I was in an abusive relationship because I fought back, but I didn't do anything. And he
Mhm.
accused me. I literally, this one particular time, and this man did not put his hands on me, he just mentally abused me. I'm
Mhm.
sitting at the bus, and I'm gonna make my point. I'm sitting, I said the bus stop. I'm sitting at the red light. He's in his car. He, out of all these people crossing the street, he's gonna say he zoomed on one man and said that I was watching that one man walk across the
Wow.
street. Out
Mhm.
of all these people walking across the street, you said I'm looking at that one man, dude. I'm looking at the red light.
Right.
So we got to put that on the flip side because I've seen women do that. Now I'm not saying I'm not here to defend Tigger. I am
Mhm.
speaking in general.
Mhm.
What
I just don't know enough about her past relationship. I just know what I visually seen on the video, and from what I've
what
seen, she was being over dramatic. She took his phone. Apparently, I'm just going off of assumptions and what I believe to have happened. She probably suspected him cheating with his co-host or something like that. I don't know, but she took his phone and she didn't want to give it back, and he wanted
so
his phone back.
but my question is not about them. My
Mhm.
question is when do a man leave a toxic relationship?
When he
So
cheats, when he cheats, when he cheats on her, he needs to leave. That's when.
but what if he's not cheating?
It wa-
Here we go. Here we go. That's
you
why
know,
you will
I
laugh.
I feel really to the
So
point where
what if he's
people,
not
once
cheating?
this relationship has run its course
Mm-hmm.
and neither party is getting what they need from the relationship, it's time to call it quits. Really.
And if
But
you ain't growing, it's time to call it quits. If you in the same
True.
situation when I met you, we in the same situation when I first met you, and we still married 10, 12 years later, and there's no growth, you gotta go.
Right.
so what so Queens,
Mm.
we want men to be sympathetic to us when we have been done wrong by their by by their species. But there are men, there are good men out here, and there's some of us queens ain't right. Some of us queens are not right.
I agree
So
with you.
and so when we have those queens that are not right, and we're not talking about Tigger, but when we have queens that are not right
Hmm.
and they have a good man, when
Where
do
they
that
at?
man, oh God,
Where
oh
they
God.
at? Only two good men that I know just from looking from based off I know is two good men. That's it. That I'm talking about celebrity status right now because I don't know all these regular folks. I don't know. I haven't found good one yet. But there's only two celebrities ones that I found that I find as good men. One is a Barack Obama, and the second one what's that man name that's married to Sierra? Russell Wilson. Those are the only two good men that I would consider giving them saying that they're good men. But all these regular folks like us. Find me one. I'll marry him tomorrow.
On spot.
On
Miss B,
spot. On
Miss
site.
B,
Mary,
there
I will
are
marry you
good,
tomorrow. I don't care what you look like. If you a good man, I will marry you tomorrow.
there are good men out here, Miss B.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I love you.
God
We'll
is
see.
just he is preparing him for you. He's preparing
And
him.
I'm gonna patiently wait on it too. Trust that. I learned a lesson. I'm gonna be a
So,
skeleton probably.
God. So are you saying that if a man is being abused by a woman, that he need to suck it up?
No, no. No. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I'm about to be very, very transparent here. My mother was the abusive one in the relationship. And my dad, he was, and me and my brothers was like, you need to leave her. And this is our mom. You know what I'm saying? So no, I absolutely understand what you're saying about women that can be abusive because I've lived with one my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So they need to go when it becomes abusive. It's immediately the first sign of toxic behavior or physical, even if it's mental. If you call your man a B word or no good summer gun or SOB, you ain't this, you ain't that, that's abusive too. It may not be physical, but it's
But it's
mental.
Yes.
right.
Yeah, and you telling your man, you saying all this negative stuff to your man, that's mental abuse. She's not the one for you.
That's right.
You
If
If you
know.
have to go through all
withholding,
that.
Hmm.
if withholding uh the S word, is that abuse?
It is, because I did that too. Y'all, let
You
me
would
tell
never,
y'all.
you would
You
never.
name it, I've done it. Yes, I did. My first husband, because I felt like my first husband had a sexual addiction. He wanted to do it before he go to work. He wanted to come home from lunch because we own a barbecue salon. He wanted to come home from lunch to do it. Then he wanted to do it in the shower. Then he wanted to do it when we was in the bed after the shower. And I got sick and tired of doing it. And that's why we had all these kids. And then then he was like, he wouldn't finish projects and stuff. So it got towards the point where I said, I'll give you some tonight if you mow the grass. So he'll be outside mowing the grass. I'll give you some if you finish painting the kids' room. So I started using it
Bribing him.
as
It's a weapon.
I started using it as a weapon and stuff. I'm gonna withhold it, and that was so wrong to me. But I was young, so no, that is definitely abuse. That is definitely wrong. Because then I married somebody that I went from somebody that wanted to do it 24/7, 24/8, because he overtime. So I went from somebody that wanted to do it 24/8 to someone that didn't barely want to do it at all. Then I was just like, damn, I
Lord,
should
one
stop.
extreme to
I,
the other. One extreme to
Yeah,
the
jeez.
other.
yeah, it was no in between. I went to one that was so damn extreme. Then I went to one that just didn't want to do it that much.
Damn.
Wow.
So,
You just
so
you just can't be satisfied.
But I
Hey,
realized that was wrong. I was young. I was a young parent. I had my first child at 15. Me and my first husband, we weren't even 21 when we got married. I think I was 18, he was 19. You know what I'm saying? So I did a lot of things wrong in that first relationship. I really did. And I hold myself accountable for the things that I've done. So when I try to fix it in the second relationship,
you try to fix
there's
what you did in the first relationship in the
yeah,
second
he
relationship.
ain't want it.
Damn.
So at first I thought being punished, but God's like, I'm gonna show you, when your husband wanted, you supposed to give it to your husband. This is what I'm thinking. You ain't supposed to deny your husband. But I'll tell you, that man didn't care. I mean, I could be sleeping, and then you can feel something on your back. I'm like, oh shit! It got to the point I started falling asleep on the couch because I was afraid to go to bed. Here he come in the living room, got
Damn.
pulling down my pants. I was like, oh god damn it!
Dang.
I'm trying to tell y'all. So no, this definitely abuse, you guys. Don't, if your husband
We
want
gotta
it, give it to
listen.
him.
We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, sorry, y'all.
This conversation gotta be continued next
To be
week.
continued. I'm trying to
Oh my
tell y'all.
God. That's why I said let her go last.
Yes.
Hey, listen. Um, in all seriousness, no one deserves to be abused. No one.
No.
I have a movie on Wobble TV called Too Crazy on Another Level.
Yes,
I'm
and
not.
that's good.
Thank you. I'm not beating up on my
Mm-hmm.
queens. I'm all about my queens, but I'm also all about what's right.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we use the power of our womanhood to get what we want because we are emotional creatures. And
Mm-hmm.
so we have to think more analytically when we're talking about relationships and realize that it's not always the way we want it to
Right.
be. And we have to be mindful not to bring in past hurts and past relationships into the current one. We have to do some self evaluations about ourselves, not just women, men too, about ourselves because the way we were raised, the things that we saw, trauma that we may have experienced, rather in with ourselves or watching someone, plays a major part in how we view our relationships. So I always say in every relationship, you need a threesome, and that's God first, you and that person.
Oh,
I didn't
KK,
know
where
where
your
you were
mind
going with
at?
this. I didn't know where you were going with this threesome thing.
Yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Because we have to conversate because
Mhm.
how one person may view love may not be how the other person view love. So you have to have a conversation on how each person view love because what you may need to help you in your love journey may not be what the other person needed. You have to be willing to give them what they need, and they have to be willing to give you what you need. So if you do have God as the third and first party, then his desires become your desires, his will become your will. And what you need comes from him first. And you don't put that responsibility of what only God can handle on man. So I think what relationships we do have to go to God first and get ourselves in a healthy state of mind, so that we will be able to be the best to whomever God sends to us. So, with
Amen.
that being said, guys, Miss Deb Denor, tell everybody where they can find you, what you got going on.
I you can find me on Facebook, Deb Bonafide Friend, Instagram, Deb Fran 31, TikTok, same as the Facebook. Got a couple of movies coming soon. Check out Wobble TV. Got one playing right now. So,
What's the name of it?
what else? Um, Never Dance with the Devil and oh my gosh. Tell me the other one. My mind just went.
Your mind went blank.
Right. My cousin's keeper. Don't play with me. So check us out.
Yeah.
Definitely getting on Tubi soon. We have a couple projects coming, but I don't want to say too much on them until they're complete, and then I can just bust out with everything, and y'all come see us. But hey, got my jewelry still popping. Taking custom orders, so definitely check me out. Hit me up.
And where
But
can
So
they
how do
yeah.
we
find?
order? Yeah.
Where can they
From me,
order your?
just hit me up on either one of my social medias. Um, and I got you. My website isn't up yet, but it's getting there.
All
So,
right.
Miss B, what you got going on? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on mostly on TikTok and Instagram at Miss B the number four real REEL. um and what is my oh, it's the same thing for YouTube also, so you can find it on the same handle. Working on a project as a production manager um for one of Sister JJ's projects that she's working on right now. We've started filming already, so I'm really excited about that. I am also a aggregator for Wobble TV. um I always forget the other name, Elite something. Always botch that one up. Yep. And I'm also looking for women that's starting over in their life, 50 and over. It could be, it's a documentary that we would like to get started. And it could be men too. We decided to add men to it as well. So I think that I'm really excited. Um, my business is called Tough Bees Rugs. It's where I make custom rugs. I have my website and stuff coming soon. Once I get moved, I just bought a house. So once I get done with moving everything, you guys will find more about the personal business. So I'll tell y'all more about that later.
Yes.
And that's about it for me to really.
I'm so proud of Miss B. I'm so proud of her. And we're gonna make sure them agreements are signed.
Amen
Okay.
to that. No, in fact, Sister J, where my agreement at for this production manager? We need to get our stuff signed. We go. We need to get everybody, everybody, because we learned a valuable lesson this recent. We ain't gonna
Yes.
talk about it right now. We ain't gonna talk about it, but we've learned a very,
You know, but,
very valuable lesson.
what we learned is that we have to make sure all I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
Yes, ma'am.
Situations can change at any given time. Uh, I always like to look at situation as a learning experience. I
There
am
you
a
go.
person to make sure that all of my things are in order. So we just want to make sure that things stay in order. Um,
That's right.
that's what we are, and we do know, and we're not uh angry people. We are people that move forward. But when things are already
Mhm.
out in the atmosphere, we just let people know that we're okay. We're okay here, and we're going to continue to be okay. Miss KK, what you got going on?
So you can follow me on IG and TikTok, KK underscore born great. That's KAY underscore born great. I'm also a book author. I'm in a collaborative book with one of my co-authors, Miss Deb. I can't say
Denor.
it. She has
Dior.
some story in the book as well. But you can find the book and purchase it on my site, Karanda, www.karandahines.com. That is my website. I am also a distributor for Jewel Pads. It is a feminine hygiene product that is plant-based, non-toxic. Uh, you can go on my website as well, and you can place your order for yourself, your daughters, niece, nephews, grandparents, anybody, yourself. But you can find that on my site as well, www.karandahines.com. I am also I like to call myself a health educator. I will be also giving health tips during our podcast. So look me up, shout me out a holler.
Awesome. Great job, ladies. Well, I am Sister JJ, aka Dr. Benjamin, aka Chaplain Benjamin. Uh, I'm really excited. Wobble TV is streaming in 9 countries. We just released Never Dance with the Devil. Please go download Wobble TV, check out the movie. It's a great movie. We are about to premiere My Cousin's Keeper. We are currently working on It Started With Hello. I have another podcast coming right back here on YouTube, right back here, called Everybody Got Something to Say, 8 o'clock and 30-ish. And we are live on that. This is pre-recorded, but that show is live. And then every Wednesday, I'm on the Don DC Carey podcast right here on YouTube under DC Carey. Don DC Carey. I'm the only female there. I'm a non-comedian. I love to talk and I love to listen. So this fits me. They should have podcasts back in the day. Yeah. I'm a life coach. I have several clients. I have a mentorship program. I have my online acting academy. I'm really excited about all of the wonderful things that God is doing. My sister and I have a bakery. We finding our way on up. We're doing bread and pies, cookies, So we're finding our way. I got something else that's gonna be popping up, but not yet. Not yet. You guys will see coming soon. And what else I have going on? I got some things going on, but that's what we're doing. Be on the lookout for the 30-day challenge with the Queens. We have brunch with the Queens coming August the
Oh, that's
16th.
right.
We have brunch with the Queens coming August the 16th. All of these ladies will be there. KK is actually speaking. I'm really excited about that.
Oh,
Deb, sugar. Deb is one of the models for the Sunny Bees fashion auction. I love that. So please go to my website, IamSisterJJ.com. Get your $10 tickets. It's only $10. That's SISTAJAYJAY. It's going to be a wonderful time, guys. It's here in Atlanta. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to pour inside each other. We're going to share. We're going to talk. Oh, I didn't share with you ladies, but every week I want to shout out a nail tech. So this week we're going to shout out Miss B Nails is it Forest Park? Shoot, where's she at?
Over there by Cascade.
She's on Cascade Road. She's in front of Cascade Roller Skate.
mm.
Yep, that's Cascade Road, I think. She's right in front of the Cascade Roller Skate.
Is she
And
black owned?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Look at Sister JJ. This got to make show. I
You know,
might stop by there when I come to town.
I'm not a hater on any other nationalities. I just want to shine the light on us.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. I
And
just
I'm
want to
with
shine the
that.
light.
That's why I'm asking. So I
And
can
so
get
Miss,
mine done.
yes, and they do a very good job. Every week I'm going to shout out a nail salon here in the Georgia area. If there are any salons, nail salons that you all want to shout out, please hit our inbox so that we can shout them out. We're not charging for this. You know, people like, hey, give me $10, $20, I shout you out. We're gonna shout you out. We're gonna shout you out because just like all these salon nail techs are all over the place. I'm like Miss B said, she may be here and she may not be able to get the Cascade to get to Miss B, but she may have Aquila that's in Fayetteville. Hey, Aquila, I need to get in. Some people are appointment only, and some people
Mm-hmm.
are walk. So we're gonna let you know what that is. And Miss B is appointment and walk-ins and appointments, and she is currently hiring for new nail tech. So guys, that's what we're doing. That's what we're supposed to do. Help the kingdom grow.
Yep.
So with that being said, guys, until the next time, in between time, be the best that you can be because no one is better at being you than you. Don't let my confidence cause insecurities in
Feel
you.
your insecurities.
Thank you, because I messed it up. Fuel you, but I kept playing it off, you know. Don't let my confidence fuel your insecurities. Be confident in who God has made you. Find something about yourself to like about yourself, and I promise you, you'll be a better you. All right, guys, we'll see you all next time on Grown
Wait,
Woman Conversation with Sister JJ and the Queens.
Bye.
wait, I got a request. I got a quick request. Since y'all into baking, do you think you can learn that salmon recipe from your uncle?
Girl, bye.